Hi everyone, and welcome to the Karuna Tree. My name is Veda Spidle, and this is Gentle Yoga and Sound Healing. I'm incredibly excited to announce to all of you that I am officially live streaming from the onebreathconnected.com filming studio, and that's where we're at, and we're really excited. If you're not familiar with One Breath Connected, it's an online global yoga community. I am one of the teachers on there among various other teachers, and you can subscribe on there and watch videos, and there's more to come for that site. So we're really excited to share this project and that my husband and I wanted to share with the community in a way for you guys to support yourselves, your practice, and to connect to your teacher. So if you haven't checked it out, onebreathconnected.com, and that's where I'm at today. So it's official. And also for those of you that wish to donate for this class, if you're able to, if you're not, please continue to watch and join. And we know we support each other in different ways. If you do wish to donate, you can donate to paypal.me/the Karuna Tree. For today's class, I recommend that you have a few blankets. If you like, you can have a pillow for your rest at the end for Shavasana. That is when I will be playing the bowls. And maybe your eye pillow for then as well, your favorite blanket. Also 2 blocks and your yoga mat. Make sure that your yoga mat is on a surface that you feel sturdy and comfortable. In the event that YouTube cuts out, if we have any issues with that, we will do everything to get back on, so hang tight if that happens. So if you're not sitting comfortably already, come into the comfortable seat. And to the kiddos watching out there, so happy that you're joining the practice with all of us. Glad that all of you are here. Closing your eyes or taking a soft gaze, and enjoy a releasing breath. Inhale through the nose and sigh it out. And we take the first few minutes of class to settle. Start by settling into the space that you're in. If there are any current distractions, or if there's any that show up later, whether they're internal or they're external, do your best to allow them to dissolve into the background. Every distraction gives you the opportunity to refocus on your breath. Acknowledge yourself here for showing up for your practice, for your self-care. And energetically acknowledge your fellow yogis, those that are practicing with you right now and those that will be practicing later, watching this video. Settle into your body, deeply root down through the sitting bones. Elongate the spine and extend the crown of the head upwards. As you hold this posture, soften the skin. Deepen the breath. Breathing in and out of the nose, if you can, allowing every inhale to gently expand the belly as if it was a balloon. And every exhale, the navel pulls back toward the spine. Inhale, the belly expands, it builds up to the ribs and the chest. And exhale, let the breath go from the top down. If it's comfortable for you, placing one hand on the lower abdomen, one hand on heart center, continue these full deep breaths comfortably without strain. Keeping the muscles of the face relaxed. Feel yourself breathing. And you can keep the hands like this, or you can bring the hands together, Anjali Mudra at heart center. The breath continues to rise and fall. I invite you to join me in 3 rounds of Om. You can use your voice, you can hum, or you can just listen. Let's first inhale together. Let it go. And inhale. The eyes can remain closed, releasing the hands to the knees or thighs. And then hinge forward for torso circles. Begin counterclockwise, top of the head, draw circles around the hips. Keeping the sitting bones rooted as you move. The size of the circles are up to you and your body. For the kids watching, you can explore making the circles really big, even if you tip over. And reverse direction. And then slowly bring yourself back to neutral. Change the cross of the legs. Relax the hands and the thighs or knees, palms down. Relax the elbows, shoulder rolls. Inhale the shoulders up. Exhale them back and down. And do this a few more times. And then 2 shoulder shrugs. Squeeze the shoulders up vertically. Suspend the breath if that's safe for you. Hold the shoulders. And then let it go. Once more. And continue to sit like this. If you need to, you can extend the legs out. We'll do about 2 minutes of Vritti Pranayama. It's a balancing breath. Today, without any type of intentional pauses. Remember, you can always readjust the legs if you need to. Now, for the inhale, will be a count of 4, and then the exhale, a count of 4. One breath connects to the next. You can keep the eyes closed or soft gaze. I'll count it for us, and you match your breathing when you're ready. Begin. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. 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 Continue on your own. Remember, if there's any distractions, refocus on your breathing. Few more cycles. About one more. The next time you exhale, let the breath continue on its own. You might find that it's naturally going to be a little bit more balanced, and that's fine. If it's not, that's fine. You can keep the eyes closed, hinge forward again, counterclockwise torso circles. Top of the head drawing circles around the hips. And reverse direction. And slowly return to neutral spine. Bring the soles of the feet together. Hands can rest at the base of the knees, the shins, or the ankles, depending on how you're sitting. Retract the shoulder blades, elevate the heart. The gaze can drop to the tip of the nose. You can close the eyes and look upwards. The gaze to the third eye between the brows, or just a soft gaze forward. Reestablishing that full deep breath, and see now if you can feel the breath expand into the sides of the body and the back body as well. So the breath is circumferential. The inhale builds from the base up as if you're filling a glass of water. And the exhale from the top down. 2 more. When that feels complete for you, use your hands to draw the knees together as if you're closing a book. Separate the feet wide for one-legged windshield wipers and place the hands behind you. You can be on the fingertips, you can be bent at the knuckles, or you can be palms down. If you need to, you can always have blocks underneath the hands. Elevate the heart, take a full breath in here. And then exhale, drop the right knee in towards the opposite ankle. You don't have to try to touch the floor, that's not what it's about. Inhale, draw the knee up, and then exhale, other leg drops in. So when I can, I try to mirror you. Right now, I'm working on that. One leg at a time. The inhale brings the leg up. The exhale drops the leg down. About 2 more on each side. When you're ready, bring the feet in towards each other. Transition to table, all fours. If you need the additional support for your knees, you can open up one of your blankets across the center of your mat. And then also place your blocks, if they're not already there, at the front 2 corners of the mat on the floor. And then bring the shoulders over the wrists and stack the hips over the knees. Tuck the toes under. Now when you inhale, scoop the tailbone up, let the belly drop, the heart gaze lifts. Exhale, tuck the tailbone, round the spine, and then press your hips to heels, feeling the stretch in the feet. Inhale, glide forward into cow. Exhale, round and press back. A few more on your own. If at any point throughout the practice something doesn't feel good for you, please don't do it. Only do what feels right and safe for you today and at any particular moment. If you find that your body's asking for additional stretches that I'm not guiding, allow them to happen. Follow the energy of the body. Our body knows what it needs to do. We just need to listen. Listen to ourselves. And next time you come up, return to table, untuck the toes, bring the legs in towards each other for hip circles, widen the hands, and then use the hips to draw circles around the knees. Elbows can bend here. Naturally, you'll feel the legs kind of rock side to side as you draw these circles, but you do want to keep the knees connected to the floor. And then reverse direction. Again, the size of the circles are up to you and your body. Going in one direction versus the other might feel different. And observe that. Observe it without judgment. And return to center. Keep the big toes touching. Widen the knees. Sit back to the heels. Child's pose. Forehead touches down to the floor, to your hands, or to blocks. If child's pose is not available, you can take puppy instead. For puppy, you return to table, Keep the hips over the knees and bow the upper body forward. This is a pose, child's pose, and for some of you, maybe puppy. You can come to this pose at any time if you need to slow down, if you need to catch your breath, if you simply need to pause. Feel right now yourself breathing, relax the muscles around the jaw and the face, and notice how the body responds. See if you can feel the space between the upper and lower teeth. Another breath. When you're ready, press the hands into the floor and bring yourself up to table. As you readjust, let the breath go. Tuck the toes under. If it doesn't feel good, extend the right leg behind you. Keep the foot on the floor, level the hips, and relax the heart down. Leg pushbacks, inhale here. And then exhale, push the mat away from you. Stretch into the extended leg. Inhale, shoulders over wrists. Exhale, push back. Do this once more. Inhale, shoulders over wrists. And push the mat away. Now keep the leg extended, shoulders return over the wrists. Pivot the left foot out to the side. We're building side plank variation. You pivot on the knee. The top foot drops down to the floor. Now the short end of the mat is parallel to the short end, or to the, to the foot. So your foot's parallel to the short end of the mat. Your left hip is over the left knee. I'm working on the same side as you. And then maybe the right arm goes up to the sky. If it's in your practice and you want to go a little further, you can lift the top leg off the floor. Sometimes this reminds me of a shooting star. Take another breath. Slowly release the foot, and then the hand to the floor, return to table, and we switch sides. Extend the left leg behind you, level the hips, relax the heart down. Inhale here, and exhale, push the mat away. Inhale, shoulders over wrists, and push the mat away. One more. And then shoulders return over the wrists. Pivot the right foot to the right. You pivot on the knee as the left foot drops down. The right hip is over its knee. The foot behind you, right? So your top foot, the sole is pressing down into the floor, and especially press down through the outer edge of the foot, the left hand to the hip, or maybe the left arm upwards. Extend up through the fingertips. If you did so on the other side, try to do it here. Lift the top leg off the floor. Keep breathing. The gaze can be up, forward in the direction that the heart is facing, or down, depends on your neck. Another breath. And slowly release the leg and the hand to the floor. Return to table, child's pose, or puppy. Relax again the muscles of the face. Relax the jaw. Breathe deeply so you feel the breath expand the back body. Another breath. And then the hands press into the floor. Bring yourself up to table. Let the breath go as you readjust. Grab your blocks. Now, if you don't need blocks, that's perfectly fine. If you need them, just make sure that you have them both at the same height. And for all of us, our wrists are relatively underneath the shoulders. Tuck the toes under and step the right leg through between the hands. The right leg is between the hands. The front knee is bent. The hands are in line with the front foot. And if you want to go further, float the back knee off the floor and press out through the rear heel. Feel the extension through the spine, lengthen through the crown of the head. Breathe here. See if you can feel the sensations in the body, if maybe there's any slight adjustments that you can make to feel more in alignment for yourself. If you want to bring in movement, inhale here. Exhale, straighten the front leg and maybe fold. Inhale, front knee bends, heart reaches forward. Exhale, straighten and fold. 3 more. Last one. Front knee bends. Spin the back heel in and down for side angle. Front heel to back arch alignment. The outer edge of the rear foot is pressing down into the mat. Right forearm can come to the right thigh. If needed, it can stay on the block. Left hand to the left hip as you open up. And when you do, you're simultaneously scooping the right sitting bone under. Allowing the hips to open, front knee staying over its ankle. Continue to press down through the outer edge of the rear foot. Extend out through the top of the head. Maybe the left arm goes up towards the sky. Again, your choice on the direction of your gaze. And we're here for a few breaths. So we want to feel the sensations in the body. That's how prana, the energy, the life force, speaks to us. But if you feel pain, then it usually means that you need to readjust. But if you feel your body working, if you feel the muscles engaged, witness that. Be present with that experience in the body. Keep breathing. Now keep the legs as they are. Inhale to slowly come up, warrior 2. Front knee stays bent. Now we're feeling the top of the front thigh. Gaze is forward in the middle finger of the front hand. Shoulders are over the hips. Shoulders and hips are squared in the same direction. And now slowly straighten the front leg, open the front palm, and reverse your triangle. You can reach up through the fingertips. Inhale to come up, and then full triangle. Hinge at the hips, reach forward in the direction of the right fingertips, and when you've reached as far as you can, hinge. So the right hand goes to the block, your shin, or maybe the floor. Left hand to the left hip as you open up, maybe the left arm again to the sky. A light smile on the face. Another breath. And with your exhale, release the hand down, square the hips, return to lunge. Check that your hands are at the same height. Bring your right hand to the right hip, lunge, twist, inhale to the right. If the shoulders stack, maybe the right arm reaches up. Reach out through the rear heel, lengthen the spine and extend up through the fingertips. Keep breathing. Inhale here. Exhale, release to lunge. Back knee touches down and return to table. We have a few breaths here. And in this transition, notice what your body needs. You might need stillness, such as child's pose or downward facing dog. Maybe you want some movement, hip circles, maybe leg pushbacks. What helps you to get more into harmony, to reach more of that harmonious state in the body? How does the prana, the energy force, want to move through the body to help you balance? And each transition might be a little bit different, and that's really normal if it is. Another breath. And then we all meet in table. Grab your blocks if you need them. Step the left leg through, we build lunge. Remember, your hands need to be in alignment with the front foot. Back toes tuck under. Float the back knee off the floor, extend through the rear heel and out through the crown of the head. Hold this shape and breathe. Relax the jaw. Then if you did movement on the other side, see if you can do it here. Inhale. Exhale, straighten the front leg and maybe fold. Inhale, front knee bends, lengthen the spine. Exhale, straighten and fold. A few more. Last one. And the front knee bends. I'll have my back to you so you can see this from another perspective in case that helps. Back foot drops down, front heel to back arch alignment. Back leg is strong and steady, front knee is bent. Left hand, the left forearm can come to the left thigh, right hand to the right hip. And remember, as you open up and stack the shoulders, the left sitting bone scoops under, allowing the hips to open, maybe the right arm up, extend up through the fingertips. So see if you can feel the rooting of the feet, the extension up through the fingertips and out through the crown of the head. And also conscious breath. Jaws relaxed. Now keep the legs as they are. You can look down to help you with your balance and transition. Inhale up to warrior two. Gaze is forward in the middle, at the middle finger of the front hand, your left hand. Keep breathing, experiencing, witnessing the sensations in the top of the front thigh. Slowly straighten the front leg, open the front palm, reverse your triangle. Inhale, come up, and then exhale, reach forward with the left hand until you've gone as far as you can. Keep pressing down through the rear foot as you hinge into triangle. Your right hand can come to the right hip, left hand to a block or to your shin or to the floor, and then right arm up. If it doesn't feel good for you to lift your arm, just keep it on the hip, that's okay. Most importantly, that you're remaining connected to the sensations in the body, to your breath, honoring yourself where you're at in this moment. Another breath. And then look down as you bend the front knee, return to lunge, square the hips, left hand to the left hip, inhale, twist open to the left, shoulders, if they stack, left arm reaches up. Keep the breath moving. Inhale here. Exhale, slowly release to lunge, back knee touches down, and then we return to table. Again, we have this time of transition. Notice what you need. Move and stretch in a way that calls out to you. Maybe it's stillness. As we learn to listen to ourselves on our mat, as we honor ourselves in our practice, this translates into our daily lives. Another breath. If you're not already in child's pose, that's where we go. Big toes touch, knees wide, sit back to the heels. If you ever need more space between your hips and heels, you can place a blanket between them. This will help with the knees. And slowly come down onto the forehead. We might need to do a quick reset here. Hang tight if that's the case. Few more breaths. Okay, I think we're good. So thanks for hanging in there. Slowly press yourself up to table and let the breath go. That is so much a part of our practice, right? Just as it is in life, our practice helps us to expand our threshold for when things happen. And we work and experience from more of that peaceful, calm place. So coming into table, if this is as far as your body lets you go, then stay here for a moment. If you're able to do down dog, you'll tuck the toes under, lift the knees off the floor, and then press the hips back. You can keep the knees bent. Whether you're in table or down dog, take 2 more breaths. Now we transition to a forward fold in the back of the mat. If you're in table, do so in a way that feels safe for you. If you're in down dog, walk the hands back towards the feet. Anchor down through the heels, keep a bend in the knees. Feet are about hip width apart. Once you're here, inhale, half lift. Hands go to the shins, lengthen the spine, and then exhale to fold. Do this again. Inhale, half lift. And exhale, fold. And now take a deeper bend in the knees. Bring your hands to the hips or to the thighs. And inhale to slowly bring yourself all the way up. Once you're up, release the breath. Now stay at the back of your mat. I'm going to turn to face you so it's a little easier to follow along. Check again your feet that you're about hip width apart. Hips are over the ankles. Top of the head is over the pelvic floor. Release the arms by your sides. Take a few breaths here, rolling the shoulders up. Exhale them back and down. Do that 2 to 3 more times. Once more. Good. Now inhale the arms out to your side. Palms are facing down. Exhale, rotate the palms up. Inhale, reach the arms up overhead. The palms touch. Exhale to the right side, body stretch. Or the other right. Inhale, come up, and exhale to the other side. Either side is fine. Inhale, come up. Keep the arms up overhead. Interlace the fingers. Palms press up. Make sure you exhale. And then keep the shoulder blades down, press down through the feet, lengthen the spine. Inhale, press up through the palms without the shoulders lifting. Exhale to the right side, body stretch. Make sure you get both sides. Inhale, come up. And then exhale to the other side. Inhale, come up. And then exhale, the hands touch and they come down through midline, and then release the arms by your sides. A few moments here of balancing. So let's bring the hands to the hips. I'm just so excited to be here with all of you in this new space. I'm imagining that all of you are right here, and I'm losing my words at moments. So check your feet, hands to the hips, and I'm going to work on the same side as you, as to not confuse anybody right now because I'm getting used to the setup here. So start with your right leg. Bend and straighten the right leg, lifting and lowering the heel. Keep the toes connected to the floor. Next time the knee bends, keep it bent. If this is enough for your body, stay here with the legs. If you want to build a tree, you can rotate the right leg open so the sole of the foot goes to the standing ankle. You can go to the standing calf, or you can press the sole of the right foot into the left inner thigh. Make sure you're never on the knee. So finding a comfortable position, remember your knee can be pointed forward with the toes on the floor. It's totally fine. There's a lot of different types of trees out there. Hands come to heart center, pressing the palms. Now, if you wish to go a little further, lift the arms up overhead and take cactus arms. Bend the elbows, forearms in line with the ears, and then lift the heart. This will change your gaze. Your gaze will go further upward, and then this will play with your balance a little bit more. It's a little bit more of a challenge. Find your safe edge, and we have 3 more breaths. Oh, very mindfully, the hands come together at midline to the heart and to the hips. Slowly release the right leg and take a breath here. Feel the body. Feel the sensations in the body. Now we do the other side. Hands to the hips, bend and straighten the left leg. Now the next time the front knee bends, you can stay like this or build the same tree that you built on the other side if that's available to you. Keep the hips leveled. You're rooting down through the standing foot. Elongate the spine, and then the hands come together at heart center. If you wish to grow the branches, they can reach up and then out to the sides, cactus or desert tree, and then lift the heart. Lift the gaze. Breathe. Sometimes the winds come and you might sway. Remain deeply connected to your roots. Another breath. And slowly the hands come together to heart center and to the hips, and then release the left leg. Land both feet to the floor, hip width apart. Closing the eyes or soft gaze, Tadasana, mountain pose. Feel here. Notice where you feel sensations in the body. Notice the quality of your breath. Another breath. As a reminder, we are at the back end of our mat. If you're not there, go ahead and make your way there. Toes are pointed forward and widen your feet wider than hip width apart. Take a shoulder roll. Inhale the shoulders up, back, and down. And then bend the elbows behind you and interlace your hands at the low back for a clasp. Have the thumb pads press. And when you inhale next, lengthen the spine and lift the heart up. Take a slight bend in the knees, deeper if you need to for your back, deeper bend in the knees. And as you exhale, hinge at the hips, press the sitting bones behind you. Let the pelvis tilt with you. Keep the spine long as you fold, top of the head towards the floor. Clasp reaches behind you and then maybe up towards the ceiling or overhead. Check in with your breath. Remain folded. Release the hands down to the floor. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale again, half lift. This time stay here. Let the breath go. And then take your peace fingers, your pointer, middle finger, hook them around the big toes. Wrap your thumbs around those fingers. Retract the shoulder blades. Bend the knees as much as you need to. Inhale, half lift. And then exhale, fold. Use the leverage around the big toes to lengthen the spine. You might also choose to gently straighten the legs to get into the hamstrings. If it hurts your back, please keep the knees bent. Keep breathing. Keep pulling on the toes. The toes are pressing down. This leverage helps you to lengthen. 2 more breaths. Keep the hook. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, release the hands. And now walk the hands out, forward, return to your down dog. And then from here, bring the feet in closer together and lower down to table. Once you're in table, take a breath. And child's pose. Relax the muscles of the face. Relax the tongue. And comfortably deepen your breathing. When you're ready, press yourself up to table. And then find your way onto your abdomen. Now, if you have any discomfort with the knees, you can place a blanket underneath the tops of the feet. If you do this, make sure your big toenail on both feet are still touching down to the floor. Bring yourself down onto the abdomen, stack your hands or your forearms, creating a pillow, and rock the hips side to side, relaxing the low back. And lift the right leg about an inch. Extend out through the big toe as if I was pulling on the leg. Release the leg down. Do the same on the other side. You should feel this opening in the low back. Inhale, lift the left leg. Extend out through the big toe and exhale, release down. Remain still for a moment. Just breathe. When you're ready, if you wish to go further with back bending, if this is enough, stay here. Otherwise, forehead to the floor. Hands go to either side of the chest on the floor. Elbows point down, back behind you. Press down through the tops of the feet. Extend out through the tips of the toes. Inhale to lift the upper body and lengthen. Feel the extension out through the crown of the head, out through the feet. If you want more, float the legs off the ground. Keep the breath moving. Inhale here. Exhale, release down. You can again make a pillow for your forehead with your hands, or you can rest onto your right ear, arms by your sides, palms up. Relax the body. Another breath. A little bit different this time. Forehead returns to center on the floor. Hands go to either side of the body, palms down. Hug the shoulder blades together. Engage the legs. Inhale to lift and lengthen the upper body and the legs. And maybe also float the arms off the ground. Extending out through the fingertips, the toe tips, the top of the head, and keep breathing. Keep the jaw relaxed, the muscles of the face soft. Maybe lift the legs a little higher. 2 more breaths. Slowly release down. Arms can be by your sides, palms up. Rest on your left ear, or again, the pillow for the forehead with your hands. Relax the body. Relax the whole body, but remain aware of your breath. Another breath here. Slowly forehead to center. Transition to child's pose or puppy. Move slowly. If down dog is calling out to you instead, you're welcome to take it. A few more breaths. Take a sigh if you wish. And the hands press into the floor, bringing yourself up to table. Let the breath go as you come onto your seat. We'll be opening our legs out wide. If that's not available to you, keep the legs directly out in front of you. You might choose to sit up on a pillow or a blanket. This is especially important if you have tight hamstrings or if your low back is talking. If you are sitting up high, you might choose to have support under the knees as to prevent the knees from hyperextending. So check in with your body. Use your hands to move the glutes, the muscles of the buttocks, out from underneath you so that your sitting bones are rooted. This helps with your posture. Hands behind you to start. You can lean back a little bit and lift the heart, and then point and flex the feet. Keep the back of the heels connected to the ground as you point and flex. And the next time the toes point up, stay there. If this is enough for your body, stay like this. If you wish to go into a fold, bring your hands to the pelvis and feel the pelvis tilt forward. And tilt as far as comfortable for you, as safe, right up against that safe edge, the safety stop where you can still breathe and you're not trying to push yourself with force. Once you've gone to that safety stop, hands go to the floor. You can be up on the fingertips, retract the shoulder blades. Keep the spine elongated. We'll be here for about a minute. If you tend to lead with the head, if you press the chin forward, just be aware of that and draw the chin back. This pose can help for some with the discomfort from sciatica. It helps to gently open up the hips. And forward folds are calming on the nervous system. Feel yourself slowing down here. If you feel that you need to support yourself even more in slowing down, lengthen your exhale. So if you inhale for the count of 4, let the exhale be for a count of 6 without any intentional pauses. There will be a natural pause at the bottom and the top, but we're not trying to suspend our breath today. So the inhale and the exhale. One breath connects smoothly to the next. Few more breaths. When you're ready, the hands press into the floor. Slowly bring yourself upright. Let the breath go. And then place your hands underneath the knees to help bend the knees, feet to the floor. Let the feet go wide right now, wider than the hips. Lean back on the hands and drop one knee in and down at a time. When that feels complete for you, bring the feet in towards each other. And if you're not already there, come to the center of your mat. If you need to place a pillow or blanket behind you for your head, go ahead and set that up. Have your blocks within reach behind you and any other props that you need once you lay down. 2 ways to come down. You can use your hands to bring yourself down, or if you want a little bit of added core work, feet are parallel to each other. You're on the sitting bones. Lift the arms up. Draw the shoulder blades together to feel the heart elevate. Inhale here. And then as you exhale, tuck the tailbone and slowly release down, one vertebra at a time, as slow as you can. And then when you do come down, you can hug the knees into your chest. Take your time to get there. And rock side to side. Sorry about that sound, I had to adjust my mic. Come back to center, draw knee circles. They can go in the same direction or opposite of each other. Reverse direction. And then do what I call walking the legs or walking the knees. Keep your hands on your knees and then press one knee away as you pull one in and switch. The hands remain connected to the legs. Try to keep the legs fairly relaxed here and let the hands do a little bit more of the work. Good, and then draw the knees into the chest, float the forehead up to meet the knees, curl into a small ball, and then take a full body stretch. Release the arms by your sides, bend the knees, and then walk the feet over to the right, glide the hips to the right a few inches. We're setting up for a gentle twist. Drop the legs to the left. If you need to, you can put blocks or blankets underneath the bottom leg, and then gaze goes to the right. And stay here. A few more breaths on this side. When you're ready, inhale back to center, feet to the floor. Return to midline, and then we switch sides. Walk the feet to the left. Let the hips slide to the left a few inches. Drop the knees to the right. And gaze can go opposite of the knees. Breathe here. Another breath. Slowly return to center, feet to the floor, readjust to midline. And then take any other stretches that you need before Shavasana, before your final rest here. Maybe a full body stretch, maybe windshield wipers. See what shows up, what do you need? If you feel ready, you can make your way into Shavasana now. Extending the legs out, maybe support under the knees, covering up in your favorite blanket, your eye pillow. If you're practicing next to your partner or your kids, maybe you hold hands for Shavasana today. Just know that you're supported energetically. I reach out to all of you, send all of you so much love. Make yourself comfortable. Tune into your body, see if there's any other adjustments you need to make so that it's easy for you to relax. Let the body relax. Surrender to gravity. Let the body be heavy. Relax your breathing. Let the breath move in and out of the nose. And release any effort with the breath. Let the breath now move on its own. And enjoy your conscious rest. returns to the breath. Keeping the eyes closed, awareness returns to the body. Begin to gently wiggle toes and fingers. A slow awakening, maybe rocking the head side to side. Full body stretch. You can hug the knees into the chest or take windshield wipers. Roll over to your comfortable side in the fetal position. Pause there. Take care to support your head and deepen the breath. When you feel ready, slowly press yourself up to a comfortable seat, still keeping the eyes closed. Once seated, you can place one hand on the abdomen below heart center, or below the navel, and the other hand on heart center. I invite you to join me in the single sound of Om. Receive your breath. Bowing head to heart in honor of each other, ourselves, and this practice. Thank you so much for giving me the honor of guiding you today and for joining me in the new onebreathconnected.com filming studio. So excited to share this with all of you. Thank you. Namaste.